Hi there, and welcome to this walkthrough, a small business dashboard Notion template. Whether you are a solopreneur or working with a team or just getting started in your business or well established, it doesn't matter because this system was designed with flexibility in mind. It is incredibly easy to customize, personalize, and tailor to the needs of your business. So I'm really excited to share it with you, but I also know from experience that if you're a small business owner, you don't have a lot of free time on your hands. So I'm going to make this short and sweet. Let's go ahead and dive in. On the home page, I always put my contact information at the top. So you'll see this block here that has all of my info. If you ever have any questions, I want you to be able to reach out to me because my goal in creating this system is to make your life easier. It's to simplify things, to put everything in one place, to make it easy to use and save you time, give you more freedom in your life. So if you're struggling with that or if you have questions, I'm only an email away. You can reach out to me on any of these platforms and I'm so happy to answer your questions or work through these things with you. As we scroll down, this is the bulk of the dashboard. All right here, this is your home page, and then there's a navigation menu right here on the left. All of this that you can see, this red square that's around it, is actually a synced block. And so this navigation menu will be on all of the pages, and any changes that you make to this menu itself would be reflected on all of those pages where this menu is present. And so I do that on purpose so that you don't ever have to go back to the home page and bounce around and click through a bunch of different places to get where you're going. You can get to any page from any page, just like you would in the user interface of like a typical website. So the rest of your homepage here, you've got your task workload for today. I've just got a few sample tasks in here, so it's not very bulky, but you would just add tasks as you come up with them. But this is your today view just for current tasks, and you could filter this to be the week if you'd rather have a more broad view. You can add more tasks from here. There is a new task template here that you would just kind of fill in the blanks. Here we've got insights that are live action synced to your task list that will populate how many tasks you have due today, what's overdue, and then how many active projects you're actually working on. And those are based on things that are in progress. It's like things you're actively working on. Live action insights that require no action on your part, they automatically pull that data from your task database and your projects database, which we'll get into as we dive a little deeper. So then we can scroll down to this next database here, your upcoming workload. So this week I only have this one task, and so that's the only one that's showing. But if I go to next week, it looks like there's a few more. And then you can also look at the entire month, which we're in January. And so these are really easy to just kind of drag and drop if you want to change your due dates, move things around. And then you can also filter to next month. Let's see. You can also filter to next month and drag and drop those things too. It makes it very easy to see what you've got workload wise, or if any days feel bulkier than others. But you can just open those tasks from within this calendar view, and it makes it really easy to sort through them. And that's where you can keep all your notes and things like that. So that's the entire homepage. Nice and simple. I like to keep it clean and no nonsense so that it doesn't feel cluttered and you can see the most important things at a glance. The task list database itself is on its own page over here, and the home page views of the tasks are filtered by most current and most high priority. But if you want to see all of your tasks, this would be where you would find it. And there are several views here that you can choose from as well. There's a table view, which I personally like the table view, but I know it's not for everybody. So we also have board views by priority where you can have your high, low, medium. You can also do it by area for which section of your business, and these can be changed too. So if you don't have brand identity tasks anymore, that may not be relevant to you. So you can adjust these to be whatever categories you like. But then it breaks them down this way. I personally really appreciate this view too because it makes it easy to kind of have some focused time on each section. And I feel like I kind of tend to be more efficient that way when I can focus my blocks of time. But that is the task list. And then we can go to the projects hub here. So when you have a series of tasks or something you're working on that requires a long list of things as opposed to just check, check, and check, the projects is what you would do to compile all of those tasks into one place. And so I've got some sample projects in here like tax prep and tax filing. So that's something we all have to do as business owners, and it's a lot to keep up with. And so here I've got that it's an operations area, that it's in progress, and then here are the tasks that are associated with that. So I know a lot of times with taxes, there are a lot of things to do. So all of these will feed back into this goal, and then any notes that you have, you can put in this page and contact information for your CPA or anything that you might need. And then within the projects template, there are these questions that can help guide you through your what's and your whys for each of your projects to make sure that you're really devoting your time to things that are the most important to moving the needle in your business. And so that is the project screen. And like I said, I've got some samples here, so you can override these with yours, or you can just start new. If you go to this new, there are comprehensive projects and then simple projects. And so the template itself will be reflective of like how many steps it needs. And so the simple ones sometimes don't really take that much. This is just like a few little things. It's like a quick project, one and done. But if it's going to be like a big long-term project, then you'll want to use the comprehensive, because it'll have all of those writing prompts to kind of guide you through the what and the why and the how. And so then we go over to our goals and systems. This will be one of the first things you want to set up as you are going into your dashboard and getting it set up, because this is really your compass, right? This is really what is creating the direction that you want to move in and then mapping it out. So for example, I've got like, let's just pick one of these, increase web traffic by 50%. That would be like a quantitative, tangible goal. And we've got our progress here, and it's based on these systems and practices that you've put into place. So the way I think of this is your goal is like your target, right? This is what you're aiming for. And the systems and practices are the arrows. These are what you will use to hit that target. These are your daily actions and your routines that you're using over time, over the course of the month or the week or the year, that get you closer to those goals. So these are the actions that move the needle closer to reaching your goals. And so you can kind of explore through here and see how I've set this up. But so increase the website traffic by 50%. The tasks that get us to that goal are going to be publish 3 blog posts every week, engage with followers daily on a social media platform, monitor and adjust the SEO strategies bi-weekly. And so every time that you do those tasks, it will add to your progress of getting you closer to that goal. And so these can obviously be customized to whatever systems and practices you want, and that is also included in this template here. You just put your new systems right in place here and fill it in with the goals you want to reach, with the target numbers that you're aiming for, making it time bound by putting a hard date on it, and then it will be in your task list too. So you have those tasks to check off week after week, and they will be attributing to your long-term goals. So that is how those work. Then we've got our products and inventory page. This might differ from business to business, depending on what kind of market that you're in. So I tried to make it very flexible, because some people are shipping like tangible products, some people are shipping digital products, for some people it might require additional information. So if we open this up here, I've got a place for custom SKUs. If you have like a physical product, I've got a launch date. If this is something that's new, coming out, the related tasks for that specific product, and then a status here. And so here are some of the brainstorming questions you can ask if you're in a product launch. And then here is your action plan and ways to kick it into gear and get that product out into the world. And so I try to make it very flexible so that it doesn't matter what kind of product you use. But if you have any feedback on, different things you want to see here, I would love to hear that too. So here's some product launch, ideas and setups for a sample product and how that would work and how that would look if you had multiples happening at once. Then we go to reviews. This is one of my favorite pieces of business ownership, or just like life ownership, really. I love reflecting on where we're coming from, where we're going, and like what we're learning in the process. So like looking forward, looking back, and what we're learning in the meantime. So if we open one of these, there are all of these questions here to kind of guide you through tracking your progress, identifying your wins, identifying your opportunities, and creating an action plan based on those learnings. So this is really where the growth happens. So that is the quarterly review, but there is also an annual review and a monthly review, and they're set up very similarly. So in an effort to make it more convenient, so that if you're doing your monthly reviews every month, then when it's time for your quarterly review, you can just pull up those last 3 months and reflect on those relatively quickly, because all of that information is already there. And so then it's kind of like an overview, and then the quarterly review will kind of like lump all of that together to give you a broader big picture overview of where you stand. And then the same with the annual. Once your quarterly reviews have been done, it's like relatively easy to just kind of feed that into your annual review and get that big picture view. So I love the reviews. They're one of my favorite pieces. Then we go down to the branding category, brand and identity guide. These images that you're going to see through here, I created in Canva and have provided the Canva template for you to use too, to create with your own logo, your own colors, your own fonts. You can add all of those things in here to create your brand kit that looks like you. And this is a great way to share with your team if you have different people managing your marketing collateral or emails or your website, just to make sure everybody's got the exact same hex codes for your number and the exact same font that they're using in the same places, and making sure that everything looks cohesive and that your brand stays true to its identity. It's also, I've got the mission statement and the values on top because I feel like those are really important to keep top of mind, especially as you're marketing and building your brand and sharing it with your team and getting everyone on the same page. And then we go down to marketing strategy. So this page here has a few different avenues by which you can send your marketing out into the world. And each task here is actually related to its appropriate marketing avenue, if that makes sense. So then it makes it easier. So like, let's see, social media. These are the things we're doing on social media right now. So they're all in one place. And then that makes it easy for all of your campaigns to be on one page. And then you can even go down deeper and say, here's the summer sale promotion. And then you can break down all of the notes for your summer sale promotion. But it all feeds back to that avenue so that you can access it from your tasks. You can access it from your marketing avenues. You can access it from your projects page if it's connected to a project. It's very easy to find this information anywhere, and it's all connected to the other pieces that it's supposed to be connected to. So that is the marketing campaigns page. And then these are actually the campaigns themselves. So whether it's a new product launch or if you're like partnering with your local chamber of commerce, anything like that, you can kind of break them down into specific and then attach them to their different marketing avenues and the associated tasks. Then we go down to a content planner. I made this its own thing as opposed to just being on the marketing strategy, because social media can be kind of a big beast and require a lot of different steps and processes, and a lot of times it's a lot more engaged than some of the other marketing strategies might be. So this is really your content planner where you can just kind of bounce some ideas off and plan out. You can map out your social media strategy and make sure that you're staying clear and consistent in your goals and with your posting plan. Then we go down here to finances. This one has a summary right here that is based on the relation property right here. So you have a revenue database and an expenses database. So you log your sales or any income that your business is receiving, from one source or another. And there's a place to put your source. There's a place to put the client if you are wanting to track specific orders per person, engage your repeat business or your networking efforts or anything like that. That would all go here. And then your expenses would all go down here at the bottom. And then these two databases, the summary uses the information from those two databases to compile this monthly overview. And it's a great way to see at a glance kind of how you're doing. We've also got your goals here. These are the same goals that you set up in the goals and systems page. This is just a view to have them here so that your financial goals stay front of mind, top of mind, as you're managing your finances to make sure that you stay on track. Then we go down to the clients manager. This is your CRM built right into your page, and these customers where you saw on the task list, if it was associated with a customer, it's this information. So from that task related to customer A, you can click customer A, and then here's everything that you would need to know. Here's their phone number, here is their notes, if they're tax exempt, anything, that comes up like that. So it's a really simple and straightforward process. You just kind of fill in the blanks, and this is where all of your people go. So that's your people manager. And then you also have your leads manager here. And this is great if you have a newsletter, like a mailing list, whether it's email or physical mail. And then this is a really great way to help you kind of target specific areas or clients that fit into certain brackets. Like let's say you have a certain group of people that downloaded a free offer that you submitted via email, like those can go in here so that like these people might be interested in this specific project based on what they have done in the past. And so this is just kind of a separate CRM for those potential leads for you to kind of use in your marketing efforts. And that's it. That's all of it. So if we go back to the homepage, that's the whole template. Like I said, I tried to make it very flexible and adaptable and easy to adjust to your needs. So I would love to hear your feedback and how you're using it to support your small business.